caressing.
Your body is such a treat. I'm so glad you chose to share it with me. So glad we have this time together.
Her hands slip under your clothes, running down your chest, your stomach. You lie back.
Wow. Someone's enjoying themselves.
She pulls you close, close enough that you can feel your hearts pounding against each other, and kisses you deeply. You're not sure how long your time together lasted, but it was long enough. By the end, you felt like you were floating in the dark, utterly at peace.
That was wonderful. Perhaps you'll enjoy a drink in the bar before you brave the streets again. Even in the best of times, it's an oasis of pleasure and calm in the city's chaos. With Baldur's Gate preparing for war, the caress feels like the final flicker of a beautiful flame before darkness falls.
My name is rather refined. I suppose not nearly enough.
Best be on my way.
Then fine. 15 loaves it is.
Look, Sharessa's caress isn't just about wetting your whistle. There's dancing, dinner.
So many to their knees.
I promise. You do not want to know.
You want entertainment? Try the ser-
Not looking for more company.
Step off, chum. I can hear you breathe. I want to be sandwiched between a pair of nymphs. Nice. I promise I'll put it to good use. Now, this subject's not safe, so listen close. I'm only saying it once. Lower City. Basilisk Gate. Guildhall. And that's all you're getting from me. Now scram! The chat's officially closed.
I'm not telling you about Raphael's sex life.
I hate. I don't understand.
Someone with
The nymph's got...
I'll give it a shot.
I promise.
I won't let anything
Look at you. You're exhausted. You've been pulling all-nighters to keep up. I know you have.
Think. After all this time.
Hear me out. Sharessa's caress
Pleasure house.
also has
Den of
rules.
decadent delights.
You're not staying in a brothel.
Listen, it's got private rooms, music, and all-round pleasant folks, from what I've heard.
And if a patron confuses me for a member of staff,
I'd probably break his nose.
What's the story? Why does Wands Crossing have so few lodgings? We need at least a double bed.
No one stopped me yet. If not over, then through.
Still missing after all. Just think, soon we'll feel the sun on our skin. After all
I wonder
this
what's
time.
past this. Shapeshifter's key unlocks the door. Interesting. Open up. Let's see.
This map. Shapeshifter's location, Father Morgan's
Blood
name.
near the bed.
The killer was here.
You notice some blood has pooled on the wooden floor. You notice the blood's source, a body hidden under the bed.
I know this key. It's identical to the one held by that corpse in the tunnels.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Theon Goldgrind. Murdered by my son. Oh man, that's awful. Found his secret. My sweet boy. Why? Do all like me dresses in red? Dolor.
Spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
We have time. The runaway is still missing after all. Nothing happened.
What to do?
Think. For all this time. Watch. I know you have. Not long before we leave scouring places like this behind. Part of me will miss it.
Up the order!
I wouldn't dare. The runaway is still missing us.
Rocks for brains!
Get in a real room.
Pleasure house?
The plans to expand this territory. Take.
What do you reckon, lad? You trust these steel watcher thingamajigs?
I wouldn't dare guess at them. Haven't we lingered long enough?
Aye, I'll second that. It's all right where we can get work repairing them, but what happens when they build something else to do that? Ah, it's no good, I tell ya.
Scouring places like this. We'll miss it.
I will not.
One more mark. Then we can go. Hello, beautiful. I didn't see you there.
We were just discussing, celebration being held in the palace of Cazador Zar.
You should come. It'll be the talk of Baldur's Gate. Well, thank goodness we're such good friends, then.
This is not the time, Petras.
Yes, dear sister, I know we have places to be. We'll leave once our good friends here have departed. I look forward to seeing you at the palace, though. It'll be a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I promise. The master plans to expand his territory.
I don't need any attention right now.
Maybe even arm.
Oh, I'm sure
risk
he
being
has
open
plans.
view.
But I wouldn't dare guess at them. Haven't we lingered long enough? We should return for the ceremony.
We have time. The runaway is still missing after all. Nothing happens until he's found.
Not for communal.
Bring it quiet.
think. Soon we'll feel the sun on our skin. After all this time. The plans to take Candlekeep, maybe even ours.
What's cooking?
Haven't we? We are just leaving. We have a celebration to attend.
Honk honk. Hiya.
Hi. It's me, Yenna. You remember me, right? I met you before, and, my mum hasn't come back yet. She might come later. I don't think she's coming. Could we maybe stay here? Yes! You've got a fire and everything. I can cook really good. Whatever you want. Thank you, thank you.
No one back home will ever believe this. Light on my feet. I want to have a word.
I can't even tell if any of you are acting strange because you've been replaced, or because this group is full of weirdos.
Perhaps if you lost a follower. Watch your back. What now? I found so many victims for Cazador here. They're the kind of people no one would ever miss.
Feel the sun on our skin.
All right.
After all this time.
We should go. I do not want to face the Master if we're late for his Black Mass.
Soon, sister. I only need one more mark.
We have enough for the Master. No more are needed.
It's not for the Master, it's for me. I spent 100 years eating rats and dogs, but soon I'll be able to feast. I want someone there, ready for me. And once the Mass is done and our Lord grants us freedom, I can celebrate by drinking them dry.
Cazador promised you your freedom. And you believed him? Ha! You were never burdened with intelligence, Petras. But your load seems especially light these days.
Astarion! It cannot be.
Oh, that's no way to welcome back a brother, doll. Didn't...
You were free.
Of course that's why he came crawling back. He wants to ascend with the rest of us. He heard about the ritual and the power our master will grant us. So he came back with his tail between his legs, hoping all would be forgiven.
You always were an idiot, Petras. Why does Cazador need me? What is he planning?
Brother! Please!
Don't tell me what to do!
You never liked following orders, brother. That's why you won't ascend with the rest of us.
Yes, and they'll be trembling in fear when they tell him. They're no threat to us. And they have no choice but to do Cazador's bidding. I pity them. Still, though, a living vampire. Yes, but only because of the parasite. This would be true freedom. Freedom from the hunger. Freedom to live a real life in the sun. No temple required. And if I were to ascend instead of him, freedom from Cazador, once and for all. It doesn't feel like a lie. It feels like exactly the kind of power Cazador would chase. I have to know. I have to face him. Then we'll deal with it. It can't be worse than everything else we've faced. And now we know he's skulking beneath his palace. We can take the hunt to Cazador. All right, let's go. This place stinks of rat blood and despair.
looking ahead. Very well.
I'm just a cat. But please, talk to Yenna. Why are you so nosy? Yenna is my best friend. She's kind. Help her, not me. Nothing good, I don't think. She was so very sick. Maybe she made like a cat and went off to spend her last life. But please don't.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Darling? No room in your party. What should I do?
And all right, pleasant folks.
Time to skulk about. Can't slow down.
You have the key to my heart.
I should speak up.
I put it on especially for you.
I presume you've found something interesting to discuss, if you're interrupting me again? You're telling me more than one person has been killed? In Baldur's Gate? You must have something better than that. I need hard evidence and a motive. Why would someone else kill Lord? A Baal plot? You as well? Devella's been harping on about Baal for months. Fancies herself something of an expert. I assumed it was just a bunch of conspiracy codswallop and fear-mongering. But she's been unusually insistent about this one, even for her. Fine. I'll bite. What's your theory? No need to wave documents at me. I'm already drowning in paperwork as it is. Constable Devella is going to be a real pain in the trunk about this. Since you seem to be on an obnoxiously similar wavelength, why don't you seek her out? She'll be at the Elf Song Tavern. Show her the list, and I'll stay and inform the Fist here. Oh, and you'll need this pass. It'll give you access to the lower city. Well? What are you waiting for? You've a bloody conspiracy to solve. Move!
Scant. And the first day in years, I end with my hand alone for company.
I put it on especially for you. Scaring our regulars off.
Don't take it off later.
That blacksmith was...
Your pleasure is mine, sweeting. Murdered! Ye gods, the poor thing! Oh, by the mother of cats, I pray she didn't suffer. I'll miss that face. Els, The regulars will miss her more. They swarmed her like honeybees at the hive. Oh. Losing Fionn slashed a big hole in my coin purse. I should get to replacing her. Sweeting. This is Baldur's Gate. I've seen more murders than a butcher's right eye. There'll be time for tears. Cruel as it is, I must turn my mind to business, or, more precisely, the lack of it. I have little coin, but I offer sin in abundance. Talk with the Drow twins in the tap room. They're legends among the regulars, almost myths. Tell them they're your gift from the Mamselle, and let them show you why. Anything else on your mind, sweeting?
Here we go.
Give me strength.
Have so few lodgings. Need at least a double.
How about the slop house?
Brothel, pleasure house, den of delight.
Mate, it's your birthday. You deserve to.
I don't mind.
Crackle at the edge of your consciousness. The Emperor has been silenced once more.
Here we are again. Have you reconsidered? Would you like to hear what I'm offering? The Orphic Hammer. An artifact capable of shattering the chains that hold Prince Orpheus is held securely in my House of Hope, even now. Such an eager little pup. Surely you realize there is an exchange to be made. You scratch my back, I scratch your parasite. I want the crown that dominates the Elder Brain. Better to have it in my hands, and far from your precious world, than in the hands of the gods and monsters that fight over this city's soul. Power, ancient and full of wonder. I have craved it ever since the arch-wizard Carsus created it, long centuries ago, and brought doom to the Empire of Netheril. That was the great age of humanity, and Netheril's flying sky cities were the apex of civilization. I was there the day it all fell apart. Entire cities plummeted from the sky like angels with broken wings. The screams, oh, the screams. Hundreds of thousands of people watching in horror as the ground came up to meet them. It was not a happy meeting, and Carsus was responsible. Not driven by malice, but by ambition. He forged a crown imbued with all the powers of magic. A crown that would make any who wore it a god. Men cannot contain so much power. The crown destroyed its creator, and his empire fell with him. Carsus's folly, the bards and scholars call it. I call it hope. The hope of creating a better world, and the perils of unchecked hubris. I knew then that the folly of mortals could be the triumph of devils, and that I could use that to unite the Nine under one Archdevil Supreme. Me. The archdevil Mephistopheles snatched up the crown and squirreled it away in one of his vaults. He is not more than a frigid archivist. So much power and potential kept inert. He made a miracle into a museum
Downstairs,
piece.
Danthelon's
I
dancing
raged,
axe. Upstairs,
but only for a
the
decade or
velveteen
so.
elixir.
Then I waited, ever watching for more than 1,000 years, for a mistake, a mishap, a misadventure. And these chosen, who have caused you so much trouble accidentally, did me a favor. They brought the crown back into play. Through the aid of a diabolist, somebody capable of opening a portal to the Hells, deep in the Hells. They must have raided Mephistopheles' vault. Impressive, I must admit. But they'll be dead soon. If you don't kill them, the Elder Brain will. It doesn't have feelings in the way you'd understand them. But it seems rather angry. It is inevitable. When you destroy the brain, and you will because you must, the crown will be yours for the taking. And when that moment comes, you give the crown to me, In exchange, I give you the hammer now.
A simple transaction, it seems, but it's more than that. He's offering you an alternative to the mind flayer in your head. Take Raphael's deal and you could free Orpheus. With Orpheus free, you would have no need to rely on the Emperor. But there's no guarantee that Orpheus would be on your side. And if you take the deal, you'll have to fulfill it. You'll have to deliver the crown of Carsus to the devil himself. He claims his ambition is to unite the Hells, but can he be trusted to stop there? Do you trust him more than you trust the Emperor?
How short-sighted. Much better to put it into the right hands. Hands that will ensure it is removed from this world. And it's the only way you can ensure that you remain part of this world. Oh, I'm sorry, you were serious? The crown has laid low all who attempt to harness its power. Archwizards, emperors, gods. It would tear you apart. I won't stop you. But time is running out. So don't stay away for long. If you see reason, I'll be here, waiting. Right up to the moment the world ends.
We're getting a real room.
Wetting your whistle. It's dancing.
Good.
It'll make you feel better.
Let them see you taking charge of your pleasure lives.
Did you get to look at their gyrometics? Or their touching? Leather armor is spanning. That watch is flying.
Darling, it's very leather-like.
That watch through me. Must have been 10 legs. How else was I supposed to see the rock? It was such a bargain. I can't return it. I got it. I got it.
We can get
thanks.
in Worm's Crossing. Of course. Set your worries at rest. See
What I would give to be the goddamn inventor of the steam.
every substance has
Should get started.
are not Jaheira. I was hoping to greet the High Harper beneath Salona's tears.
You have the lad a little nervous. You're the one toppled Ketheric out in the Shadowlands, no?
Geraldus isn't nervous. He's terrified. And he's using Salona's tears as some kind of code.
Stare at me. Study me. This Harper's face bores me. Perhaps I'll steal yours next. Do you know? I took her face, but she died before I could get her name. I wonder what Orin plans to do with your face.
Bloody doppelgangers!
Wanna dance? In a word. Almost painful, so. If you insist.
Not the person with you. They enjoyed it.
Enjoyed it.
Let's go. May the gods take you. Another step forward.
Let's go.
Orin's doppelgangers. How many has she brought to Bal's side?
Thank you. A Harper code. Meant to be used for doppelgangers, imposters, things like them. You're the one High Harper Jaheira sent.
Right. Equal to the High Harper. You can give her my report, then. The others... they're all dead. Or scattered. Jaheira sent word of the victory over Ketheric. Set us hunting after the cultists in the city, but they were the ones hunting us. Things were quiet. Until we started to ask about the Rashomar. The High Harper didn't tell you. Perhaps it's not my place. Just tell her this. I can't continue the hunt. Whatever the cult has done with the Rashomar, they do not want him found.
I need a quick word.
So Bal's chosen is a doppelganger. I should not be surprised. They have ever been among his favorite servants. Orin is testing you. Either she thinks herself a predator, playing with her food, or she fears what you might do. Good. This all begins to ring a little too familiar for my liking. The last time I fought doppelgangers, the Balspawn Sarevok was using them to subvert the city government, aid his rise to power. But Orin, he's more predator than politician, I think. She simply wants to make us feel hunted, isolated. Tell the Lordling that Orin is watching. Seems that Gortash and Orin have had a little falling out. We should leverage that. Orin knows the hunt. In one stroke, she places the Harpers beyond our reach. Separates us from our pack. Until we know who the false facers are, we cannot trust anyone beyond ourselves. A shame of mine. Redoubled because I did not tell you everything sooner. Tell me, what do you know of a man named Minsk of Rashomon?
The name is as familiar as Jaheira's own. A hero of the time of troubles, who saved the city more than once.
But few know of his fate, I think. I had hoped to keep it that way. Minsk is an old friend. Perhaps my oldest. We've fought at one another's backs, times beyond counting. And the last time I saw him, I left him to die. There always is. But that is still the fundamental fact of it. Before we ever heard of this Absolute, we received word of a gathering in the Undercity. What we found was the first dark seed of this plot. A circle of cultists with mind flayers in their midst. We might have ended it there, cut off at the root, but before I could send for help, Minsk charged in alone. It was chaos. He was overrun, dragged down beneath a mass of tentacles. I had a choice. Stay and let word of this cult die with us, or leave him and live to fight another day. The world takes much from those who presume to defend it. But sometimes, you get to take it back. So don't be sorry, because I mean to use you, if you're willing. Infection, indoctrination, eradication. That has been the fate of everyone the cult has captured so far, but it has not been yours. With your help, perhaps it need not be minced either. Because I was playing the pragmatist, and writing my friend off for dead, then I met you. If I seem suddenly flushed with hope and soft feeling, you have only yourself to blame. Oh, me. I'll have a better idea of what that is once we're through the gates. Seems I need to reacquaint myself with this damned city.
This armor was such a bargain. We can't return it.
Moving in.
How about we set
told me
off
the
on
armor was
missing
a
reasons
Baldurs.
and the gorgeous invented good armor is hard to find. Maybe I could wear it to dinner with folks.
You're not swearing. Oh, to meet my mother and father.
Have a lot on my mind and, well, in it. What's hiding here?
Let's go to Baldurs. He has the most fabulous scent. Swearing. To meet my mother and father.
you've just sampled some of Baldur's Gate's finest, everything alchemical from potions to poisons. Just make sure you read the label before quaffing. Cheers.
I want to have a word.
Be vigilant, citizens.
Sorry, chum, can't let you through. Worms Rock's closed for the day. Good try, but no. Monday. You don't look the posh sort. Last door on the right. Go on. Make merry. Lower the gates! Special permission!
At the ready. Seems simple enough.
Halt! We do not know how you gained entry, but your trespass shall not be punished. Lord Gortash has been expecting you.
The Watcher's presence fades, but another takes its place. Confident, dominant, commanding.
My most esteemed guests, we meet at last. I am Lord Enver Gortash,
You are the prison bearer, slayer of the dread General Ketheric Dawn. I welcome you to Baldur's Gate, my city. It already is. Granted, there are a few formalities to complete, but, well, why don't you come and see? Allow me to formally invite you to my inauguration. Make your way to the ceremonial hall.
We shouldn't have any more trouble from the guards.
Hells, not this again. The brain appears to be resisting its masters. It's acting of its own will.
It's the art. He wasn't even hurt.
Machines won't ever replace the fist. That's why nothing's gonna happen to us.
Expecting you.
We'll tell them what happened.
Please make
home
your way to the audience chamber.
This is the armory, not a bloody open house. Fists only. Now clear off. Trade? Do I look like a shopkeeper? This equipment isn't for sale. It belongs to the Flaming Fist.
Are they going to arrest us?
One more time.
What if they throw us in
Pretend
jail?
I'm a fist and tell me what you were doing in the
Calm down, dear. It won't happen. Of course I bloody wasn't. Too busy ordering more of those mechanical monstrosities to tell me. I suppose you can take a look. But make it quick. This is the armory, not a bloody No, dear.
Good day, citizen.
better. I almost believed you this time. I almost believed you this time.
Are they going to arrest us? What if they throw us in jail?
Let's rehearse this one.
Calm down, dear.
What you were doing in the house.
Well, you're...
Oh, I can't really glaze that pizza. He wasn't even hurt.
Broke down the door because it sounded
Nothing's gonna happen to us. We'll tell them what happened.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
What are they waiting for?
Lord Gortash is expecting
I don't
you.
know, dear.
Please make your way to the audience chamber.
All we can do is be...
On your way. May Lord Gortash provide.
It's over. He's too far. You're too late. It's over. The Steel Watch happened. I came seeking allies to our cause. Watchers spotted me, dragged me to Older Ravenguard's husk. Empty as a stare. A tadpole's puppet. Nothing more. He spoke in accusations. Apostasy, conspiracy, sedition. I'll be executed in 5 dawns. When the people need a miracle, you cannot wait for the gods to answer. Alder's words. I'd almost forgotten. No more sulking. I know what to do. Unlock my cell. Escort me out of Worm's Rock. I'll seek out my connections. When the city streets shatter, you'll want their blades. Hurry.
What do you want? You're the one pestering old men in cages. Now scram with your sourpuss. You're disturbing my sitting time.
On your way.
Tempers are rising.
Carry on. My duty is to my lord.
You're being arrested for theft. If you have a defense, make it now. You're free to go. Not for communal use.
Carry on.
Someone's been rifling through the wrong pockets. You sense now would...
Aye, aye.
Still breathing, despite everything. matters. I'll give it a shot.
Keep focused. We can talk once I'm free.
Moving ahead. All's well that ends not as bad as it could have. What path lies before me? Let's have a look. Never a dull moment. Swift as my feet can carry me. That should work.
This is far enough. The way should be clear. I can't thank you enough for getting me out of that damned prison. And for giving me courage when I'd all but run out. When the flames roared loudest, you pulled me to safety. Most would have let me burn. I won't forget it. I will travel to the upper city, find what allies I can. You won't fight the coming battle alone. As long as the city stands, I will stand with it. This is my promise.
What's inside? Goes nothing.
Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
What you were doing in the house.
Well, your officiousness, we broke down the door
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber. Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
What's up for discussion?
If it isn't little Will's chums. I hope he hasn't been too much trouble. Heard about his father. The Dead Three's puppet. A travesty, really. He's upstairs in Worm's Rock, ordaining Gortash as Archduke. A splendid shindig, I hear. Perfect for crashing. Go on up. We'll talk after. And bring the pup along, if you can. I'd hate for him to miss the fun.
Ravengard is a charlatan, like every last patriarch of this scripture.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber. Lord Gortash is expecting you.
Hush. Patriarchs are upstairs. Lord Janeth could call for me.
Is expecting.
Master Porter, I've taken the liberty of... Oh.
Did you hear, Kin? The Absolute is on the march, but don't you worry. Milady assures me the Steel Watch will hold the line. There'll be nary a scratch on our scales.
Cult army on the march, killer on the loose, and Mistress Dorenbold still drags me hither and thither.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way.
Flaming Fist Barracks. Authorized personnel only.
Lord Gortash is expecting you.
Ravengard's a hero.
Please make your way to the audience chamber. Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
I'm telling you.
Ah, they're harmless. Except if you're a criminal, of course.
Flaming Fist Barracks. Authorized personnel only.
What? Oh, what are you doing in here?
You notice the gnome slip a lockpick into his pocket.
You're not a fist. Go on, get out, or I'll wake the others. I'm no thief. I was going to pay it back. Eventually. I needed the gold. I'm getting out of here. Taking a ferry down the coast to get me home. Those bloody crooks at the docks are charging triple, though. Danger money. It's a joke. No! I mean, I quit. Nothing wrong with quitting a job. My wife said we have to stand and fight, and I can't. I won't. I'm not made for this. I'm not a soldier. I only joined for the uniform and a warm bed. They're better off without me. I'm scared. All I want is to go home.
This calls for careful footwork. Let's see what you're hiding. Should mind my step.
Audience chamber.
Something's on my mind.
Go on up. Pay Gortash a visit. A fate to remember, I guarantee.
Something's not right about those steel watchers. I'm telling you.
Ah, they're
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
Kinspeople, Baldurians, and dearest Duke Ravengard, thank you for joining me on this exceptional day.
It's him. Gortash. This is it. I can practically taste his blood from here.
The tiefling is letting her passions get the better of her. The situation is delicate. Do not be swept up in her emotions.
I don't want to put you in harm's way either. I'll wait for now. But that prick is going to pay.
A moment, please, my friends. An old acquaintance has come to pay her respects. Please, Karlak, come and say a proper hello.
My respects! You're lucky I've agreed not to shove my boot up your...
Ah, how I've missed your colourful turns of phrase. We must catch up just as soon as I've had words with your little friend. As for you, I understand congratulations are in order. Thorm's defeat hasn't gone unnoticed. You're known for who you are and for that netherstone that you carry. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the Crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, not the most thrilling of prospects, but it's a fate that can be avoided. If you and I come to an understanding, together we can still restore authority over the brain.
Of course. Gortash always did have an eye for opportunity.
There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. With Ketheric gone, Orin proved treacherous. Baal's chosen wants the Netherstones for herself. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her. Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know, she's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all 3 Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth. I'd like to propose a pact, a divine oath sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my steel watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here, so the 3 are united once again. Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the Absolute. What do you say? Shall we be allies?
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
Let's be allies, said the Viper to the Frog.
Orin is unreliable. This one shows promise. He keeps his word, I keep mine. We will rule as one. Perhaps a demonstration of why you need my help will motivate you to make the right decision. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
Take that with a grain of salt. This is Gortash we're talking to.
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived. Even horror has a home. Find her nest and slay her there. For all its charms, Baldur's Gate has long had a cancer at its heart. A hidden temple devoted to Baal. That's where Orin became what she is, where she worshipped and schemed. And now, it's where she hides from my watchers, when she's not spilling blood in the streets. You're resourceful. I trust you'll sniff it out. If the trail goes cold, follow the bodies. First, Orin the Red, bloody dagger of Baal, causes panic in the streets through killings in the Absolute's name. Next, the threat of the Absolute's monstrous armies formed by Merkel's general, Ketheric Thorn. In such circumstances, people crave strong leaders. Leaders that bring law, order, and protection. Leaders like me, Bane's unyielding hand, author of justice. You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them, all out of fear of the Absolute. Next, we will declare curfew and begin infecting the masses. Our subjects will hear the voice of their absolute god. The faithful will do anything in the name of their god. Powerful connections. Let's leave it at that. Our tyranny, and we are saviors, defenders of the Sword Coast. Our loyal subjects will love us, not hate us. What comes next will be entirely their fault. Soon. First, come and be witness as I make history. The first Archduke of Baldur's Gate. You will follow me, and you will show due respect. Distinguished dukes, patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent?
Don't. You will only invite his ire, and your own death.
Enver Gortash, the Council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
My friends, the Steel Watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
So there you have it. Lord Enver Gortash in all his glory. What did you make of him? Not if I get to him first. How could all these people cheer for him like that? Can't they see what a chancer he is?
Although it's been some years since I last donned my armor, we need some minor adjustments around the waist.
And they expect these big metal monsters to tuck them in at night while the Absolute knocks on the gates. If only they knew the truth. The Dead Three orchestrated all of this. And it's working. I wish this city, the people running it, were smarter than me. Gortash isn't their salvation. He's the monster at the gate.
I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make something really good, I promise.
But please, don't look at me.
Ah, I've had a lifetime's fill of watching little men buff themselves up with grand titles. I look forward to the day we show the Archduke that his tongue is not half so silvered as he thinks. We could. It would just be a very short one. We cannot expect either of the Chosen to fall easily. But fall they must, if we're to have all three stones to command the brain. Still, if you see sense in making an alliance, I won't question it. I'll just look forward to the inevitable breaking Gortash spoke of. It would be irritatingly true to form, would it not? A Harper learns to doubt, to peer through every smile, question every look.